complete this series, we want to give 3 closing encouragements, and we're going to get straight into it.
Prayer is vital to outreach. The relationship between prayer and effort can be hard to understand. Some people are so passionate about the fact that we can do nothing without God, that they neglect all planning and strategy, while others are so dependent upon their planning and strategy that they neglect prayer. The challenge is to strike a healthy balance between prayer and effort, but what percentage should it be of each? The answer is that it needs to be 100% of both. As St. Augustine of the 4th century put it, without God we cannot. Without us, God will not. Or as Pastor Yonggi Cho of Korea and others have put it, work as if everything depended upon you. Pray as if everything depended upon God.
Many youth ministries have a prayer meeting. Young people are also well able to arrive at school early, one day a week, to spend an hour together in prayer. And this kind of commitment to prayer is needed because we're in a spiritual battle. It is through prayer that we tap into God's resources for the things we're doing. And prayer is fully connected to outreaching too. If we want our friends coming to faith, we need to be praying for them. So if you are feeling discouraged, if leadership is a challenge, or if you want to be fruitful, pray. And then get your leaders pray. And then make prayer a part of the very culture of your group.
As a second closing encouragement, remember that schools are a ground zero for youth encouraging faith. The primary place for any person to be a witness is where they are every day. You spend only a few hours at youth group or church each week, while they spend about 30 hours per week at school. And that makes it logically part of your role as the youth leader to really champion the efforts to pray and represent Christ well in the school environment. While you may not be able to be there to help them, you have a unique ability to inspire and equip them for this. For this reason, we have another series of videos which teaches youth how to run an effective school group. And the strategy is really very simple. If they can be taught how to partner with other Christians at their school, irrespective of the church they come from, they can pray for their school and how best to represent Christ there. And if they then plan to put those ideas into action, God will work. All they need then is some encouragement to persevere. While it's quite rare that a youth will make a clear decision to become a Christian in the school environment, it's also true that youth who come to our church and youth activities are often there because of a conversation that took place at school. So school ministry is a really important part of the picture, and we encourage you to investigate this a bit, to check out our resources that we've created, and to promote to your youth on an ongoing basis the importance and value of their prayer and efforts in their schools.
And the final point is really just a reminder, and that is that culture is the main thing. And growing your leaders to embrace these habits with you will be key to that.
Remember, if you want addition, you grow members, while if you want multiplication, you grow leaders.
It's all well and good that you have seen this video series, but if you really want to achieve something, rally your leadership team. Discuss your ways through these videos and put a plan into place in your calendar that you can follow each year from now onwards. Imagine if you watched just 1 or 2 of these videos in a leaders meeting. That's only 10 minutes of video. So even with some discussion, the point is that training doesn't need to take up a lot of time. But it can make a real difference, because if you can raise up a group of leaders to serve the vision with you, the chances that you will achieve that vision are multiplied.
We really hope this series has helped.
Please watch what you need to again.
Take notes.
Put application points in your calendar.
And note that there are also the outreach training videos and school group videos that we've mentioned available.
Please choose to very deliberately make the mission of God's church the mission of your group.
And we look forward to hearing of all the young people who choose faith in Christ as a result.